Cardboard is one of the most commonly used carbon materials in composting, but is also one of the most misunderstood. So on the surface, it looks pretty simple, brown, plant-based, and easy to break down. But not all cardboard is the same, and knowing what you are actually adding to your compost pile matters when your goal is to build healthy soil for food production. So in general, plain uncoated brown cardboard can be a useful carbon material in a compost system. So it helps balance the green materials like kitchen scraps and grass clippings. It adds structure and improves airflow as it breaks down. When shredded or torn into small pieces, it becomes part of the brown material that supports the microbial activity and compost stability. However, the concern with cardboard is not just the fiber itself, but everything that may have been added during manufacturing. So some cardboard is coated, heavily printed, waxed, or treated to improve strength, moisture resistance, or appearance. Now, glossy packaging, colored inks, laminated surfaces, tape, stickers, and synthetic coatings can all introduce materials that are not always ideal for food-growing systems. While many of these break down over time, they are not as predictable and safe as natural materials. Because of this uncertainty, I prefer to use a simple decision rule that removes the guesswork entirely. If I would not feel comfortable having it become part of the soil that feeds my family, I do not put it in my compost pile. So if you are not comfortable with cardboard, one of the best alternatives is organic straw. Now, straw is the leftover stalks from grain crops like wheat and oats. It is low in nutrients, it breaks down in a predictable way, and it provides excellent airflow and structure in compost piles. It's one of the cleanest, most reliable carbon materials available. Another strong alternative is wood shavings or rough-cut sawdust. These come from natural wood fibers and function as high carbon materials that help balance nitrogen-rich inputs like manure or kitchen scraps. They also help regulate moisture and improve the structure of the pile. The key is that they must come from clean, untreated wood and be used in balance with green materials, since they are very carbon dense and can slow decomposition if overused. Leaves are another excellent natural option when available. So leaves are a biologically friendly carbon source that breaks down easily and supports soil life. So cardboard can be a part of a healthy compost system, but it's not the only option, and in many cases it is not the safest or most reliable. So the goal is to choose materials that support a stable, healthy, and consistent soil system over time. If you want to see how compost decisions like this fit into a simple, less work gardening framework, I put together a free guide called Grow More Food with Less Work, the 8-Step Abundance Garden System, where I walk through the foundation we use on the farm to build a productive soil system. The link is in the description below.